Today is the second day of the 8th month in the 9th year of Channel Group, September 8, 2021. To begin our day, let's offer our respect and gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. 천지인 참부모님께 경배. 바로 Let us recite 가정맹세.
가정맹세 1. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상천국과 천상천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 충신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 황족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Let's have an opening prayer to be led by Kuya Jim Floria.
Ha? Jim Floria ko naman eh.
Kunin mo yung cellphone mo. Please join me in my prayer. Good morning to you, our heavenly parents and true parents. We express our deepest gratitude for the restful night we have and for giving us the energy we need for us to wake up and praise you, Heavenly Father, Heavenly Parents. We thank you always, Heavenly Parents, for all the blessings received every day, for giving us new life every day, for being healthy every day. Truly, we feel your love, and we feel we are so blessed. It's an amazing day once again for us, loving Father. Heavenly Parents, empty our hearts and minds and fill it with your guidance and inspiration once again as we receive your words through your mouthpiece, your speaker, your representative. Our ever loving and hardworking honorable national leader, through him we could feel your presence, Heavenly Parents and true parents. Heavenly Parents, give him always courage and wisdom in conveying your words to us, the words that transform into works. Shed light also to all struggling brothers and sisters who have not the courage to attend morning devotion, to do Hondoke. May they hear your words and be enlightened with your guidance through the help of their good ancestors. We deeply pray and ask Heavenly Parents, most especially for the protection of our true Mother. Protect all brothers and sisters, our leaders who are working so hard in the front line. Protect each and every one of us from the harm of this coronavirus. And we really hope and pray for the survival of humanity from the present problem of the world. Despite the problem of the world pandemic, loving Heavenly Parents, you bind us together through the technology and the uh, internet that we have, loving Father. You still, we still, loving Father, made uh, way how can we always be reminded on the words of our true parents. Loving Father, please guide each and every one of us. Bless us, loving Father, this day. May your presence be with us as we are going to once again nurture our hearts with your words through our national leader. Heavenly Parents, I ask and pray all these things and report in our names, Jim and Marjorie Floria, Central Blessed Family. Aju. Aju.
Thank you so much, Kuya Jim Floria. Now let's have our unison prayer. Aju. Let's have our morning greetings. Good morning to our leaders, elders, Chonbo family, blessed families, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our morning devotion. I am Brother Romel Sor from Cagayan Valley, Region 2. Blessed morning, everyone. Now, let's have our Hondoke reading from Ate Mona Lisa Bufete.
Please,
Good morning, Heavenly Father, to our two parents, from the Mother of Peace, a member of Hakjahan Mon. Chapter 11, the restoration of Canaan in heaven and on earth, continuation. With the conviction that to stop is to fail, to persevere is to succeed, I keep moving forward undaunted, no matter what difficulties come. I need to be a mother of love and benevolence who can overlook faults and embrace all circumstances with a maternal heart as wide as the ocean. That is why even today I stay awake at night with a heart to cover all the world's children with blankets while they sleep. Heavenly Latin America blooms flowers of hope. In my conversations with my husband, we often shared about Latin America. It is a place we can never forget. He would say, it is where we devoted a great part of our golden years. I would respond, it pains me now for much remains to be completed. Compared with anywhere in the world, my husband and I offered our most devoted effort in Latin America. We offered devotions and conditions in the scorching sun, covered in dust from head to plow the fields of hope. Even now, I can close my eyes and vividly recall the scenes of the providence that unfolded in Latin America. That land is soaked with my husband's and my tears and sweat. Today, while that land sometimes seems like a wilderness of despair, we are once again cultivating flowers of hope. In 2005, Father and I visited Sao Paulo to establish the Brazilian chapter of the Universal Peace Federation. That city served often as the site of regional Peace Council meetings. I chose Sao Paulo to host the Latin America Summit and Rally of Hope in August 2018. These events kindled the spirit of national restoration throughout Latin America. Building upon this spirit, it was the Dominican Republic in the Caribbean that hosted the Rally of Hope held December 14-15, 2019. We conveyed the opening event, the Latin America and the Caribbean Summit, at the Hodelpa Grand Almirante Hotel and the state government building in Santiago. More than 500 people attended from 43 nations, including Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, and Guatemala. His Excellency President Jimmy Morales of Guatemala and 5 former heads of state from Trinidad and Tobago, Nicaragua, Ecuador, Bolivia, and Haiti were in attendance. From the Dominican Republic, President Danilo Medina appointed Governor Ana Maria Dominguez of Santiago as his official representative. Other guests included 10 current and former speakers of parliaments, 30 parliamentarians, and dozens of interfaith, civil society, business, and media leaders. Former First Lady of Nicaragua, Maria Flores, honored our ideals in her introductory remarks, after which my emissary and daughter, Women's Federation for World Peace International Vice President, Dr. Moon Sanjin, delivered my speech. Ultimately, a true and lasting peace can only be achieved when we come to know and understand God, our Heavenly Parent, she said. Only by connecting with God's will and providence can we expect to create lasting solutions. Dr. Moon then presented awards to representatives from 15 countries and received on my behalf a certificate recognizing me as a mother of peace and making me an honorary citizen of the Dominican Republic. The summit concluded with the inauguration of the Latin America chapter of the International Summit Council for Peace. Universal Peace Federation International President Dr. Thomas Walsh introduced the purpose of the Council to serve as a forum in which heads of state and government, both current and former, can combine their unique expertise in addressing the most serious challenges to the realization of peace in our time. Four former presidents, their excellencies Anthony Carmona of Trinidad and Tobago, Rosalia Arteaga of Ecuador, Jose Lermy Private of Haiti, and Jaime Paz Zamora of Bolivia, delivered speeches expressing their strong support. Former U.S. Representative Dan Burton, co-chairman of the International Association of Parliamentarians for Peace, officially proposed the initiative, and all current and former heads of state in attendance rose to affix their signatures. After the conclusion of the summit, its participants joined a crowd of 12,000 for the Family Peace Festival at the Grand Arena del Cibao. The highlight of this beautiful event was the blessing ceremony of 6,000 couples. President Morales opened the ceremony, and my daughter and son-in-law, Park In-sup and Moon Sun-jin, officiated. The Dominican Republic Municipal Police co-sponsored this Family Peace Festival, and the families and friends of 4,000 city police and 600 national police came to uphold the ideal of one family of humanity under our Heavenly Parent. In-sup and Sun-jin awarded prizes to 10 representatives of those stalwart citizens. The Rally of Hope in the Dominican Republic succeeded due to the devotion of leaders and members throughout Latin America who pressed forward in a difficult environment. They brought the flower of hope to blossom in heavenly Latin America. And I am confident that this flower will multiply blessings long into the future. The course toward a heavily unified world. At this point, I realized that even if the entire sky were paper and all the seas were ink, there would not be enough to record this careful course. We all overcame physical limits and continued on, even if we felt we might collapse. It was a victorious course through which our hopes and desires were fulfilled. At long last, the era of the heavenly nation and heavenly continent has arrived in providential history. Adieu.
Thank you so much, Sister Mona Lisa, for the Honduke reading. Let's now hear the 10 points of gratitude from Brother Arthur Anog.
Good morning, everyone. Naririnig po pa?
Yes po, we can hear you.
Yes, Kuya, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, our LA, Reverend Leo Halog. Good morning, Region 2. Good morning, Sir Soromel, our Master of Ceremony for this morning devotion. I am Arthur Estrellado Anog. I am very thankful that this morning devotion, I would like to give my 10 points of gratitude. First, I would like to thank the word thank you. I'm very thankful to Heavenly Father our two parents for the blessing that we received from him, because before we meet this moment, I'm very thankful that I experienced a lot of different kind of experience in attending our Heavenly Father. First is the blessing that we receive. But before we receive this blessing, I am very thankful that I experienced a lot of memories, especially though before I met this movement. I'm very thankful that I already finished my studies in college before I met this movement. That is why I promised myself to serve in the Providence. So I'm very thankful that I experienced a full-time life before I received the blessing. So because of that, I learned how to sacrifice. So the second word is sacrifice. So I know how to I feel the heart of our two parents and how they sacrifice for the sake of humanity and for the sake of God. And I feel also how our elders before, how they sacrifice for the advancement of the providence of restoration. And through that also, I attended a lot of seminars in divine principles. And through that, I learned how to humble myself. I learned how to manage my my determination. So although in the word humbleness is very important in our mission. We know how to deny totally our self. So the word is self-denial. So although you are how difficult we have in our mission, and through mingling different kinds of people, we can practice truly the word true love. So number 4 is study. So we need also to study the Bible, and because of that, we can easily understand the divine principle. And number 5 is we need to believe what they know. So believe is the most important of what we have studied in the divine principle and in the Bible. And then number 6 is to reflect. We need to reflect whatever things that we have done every day in our mission. And after that, we need also to practice what we study and what we believe and what we reflect. So we need to practice it in our daily life, so that we could continue to go forward our mission in centering of our true parents. And number 9 is unity. So we have to unite, especially in our mind and our body, the unity between mind and our body. So we have to follow our original conscience. So, brothers and sisters, we are so very grateful that this morning devotion, I would like to enumerate all of these 10 points of gratitude, but all of this, we come to conclusion that the greatest love, number 10, that's the love of all this kind of mission that we have. We learn to love all of this. How difficult we encounter in our daily life, especially our brothers and sisters who are in the front line. I know how difficult they experience every day, and we pray that they could be able to overcome, because I experienced also before when I am in the front line also. So the most important is we have to go straightly what we are starting from the beginning when we receive the divine principle. So once again, brothers and sisters, thank you very much, and thank you for this opportunity that I can be able to share to all of you these 10 points of gratitude. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you so much, Brother Arthur Anog. May we call in Micha Jemaya Floria, a blessed child in Region 2, for the offering song.
Times are late under the moon. I thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon. 'Cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and the children will play. One day, one day, one day.
Thank you, Micha, for that beautiful offering song. And now, brothers and sisters, let us now open our heart and mind to receive the internal guidance as we welcome our very active and indefatigable national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo T. Halog. Let's give him a virtual clap.
Thank you very much, Kuya, our moderator. I would like to greet first our heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning, heavenly parents and true parents. All our beloved leaders, the central families, our channel families, and brothers and sisters. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much to our Region 2 family for hosting today's morning devotion. Thank you for that wonderful song offered to us by our second generation, and also the 10 points of gratitude shared to us by Kuya Arthur. Maraming salamat po. And today is a rainy morning, especially I think in the Visayas area because of the typhoon. So let us be careful. Also, I think the typhoon is also moving to Luzon area. So that's why it continuously raining since yesterday. So please always be careful. And also at the same time with COVID, we have some brothers and sisters who were infected. So let us pray for their quick recovery. And so still this time we cannot just do on our own these situations that we are facing now. We really absolutely needs heavenly parents and our ancestors' support and protection for all of us. And we are really grateful every morning. Today is another blessing for all of us. This situation really is giving or helping people to realize things. So, but every time we open our eyes and we wake up in the morning, already a great blessing that we could need. Many people, they sleep, they couldn't wake up anymore. But the moment we are all here, we are really blessed by Heavenly Parent and true parents. So please always be thankful, and of course always be careful also with the situation. This morning I will be sharing with you I would like to continue in sharing with you from Chamsong Gyong, still in book 8. So I will going to continue. Today I would like to share this topic entitled Becoming Perfect Through True Love. So yesterday we learned also from true parents how to eliminate our fallen nature through practice. So today I would like to share how can we really be perfect ourselves. So Father said we can become perfect through love. So let's study through parents' guidance. True Father said all relationships bear fruit in the family. What is truth? For a man, it is a woman of true love. For a woman, it is a man of true love. What is truth for parents? It is a filial son of true love. What is truth for a filial son? It is a father and mother of true love. What is the truth for human beings? It is God. What is the truth for God? It is Adam and Eve united in true love. Then all is completed. In the family, there are parents and teachers. Fathers and mothers teach their children, while husbands teach their wives, and wives teach their husbands. People who live in this way will become true fathers and mothers, teachers and owners. Such a home becomes a base of peace. Therefore, all relationships bear fruit in the family. So really we cannot deny the value, the importance of the family. How important the family is. This is the only institution that Heavenly Parent created. So this is, Father said, this is the base of peace. The home where, that is really filled with love, the family that is really filled with love, this is the base of peace. So Father said that all relationships bear fruit in the family. So what is truth? Yeah, so this is important. Father said, please, everything begins, with a man and a woman, then parents and children. So these relationships, also you just need to expand this. So when everything is settled in the family, everyone is, living centering on love, willing to sacrifice for each other, then this family will just going to expand naturally. Then we can create a society of true love, right? We can create a nation of true love, and then a world of true love. Then peace will just be realized naturally. Aju? So there's no other solution with the problems that we are facing. So if only, that's why really absolutely we need our partner, right? So of course, before going to that, we prepare ourselves. That's why we go through training, we develop ourselves. Ultimately, later on, how much we nurture ourselves will going to, make us our relationship with our spouse. That will be the result later of how much we nurture ourselves when we are single. Kaya nga, young brothers and sisters, always we are preparing for what? Preparing, to meet our spouse later, what kind of person we will become. So this is important, right? So how can we really be able to live later for the sake of our spouse? Sa mga may asawa na, really our spouse is our God, right? So we live for the sake of our spouse. We need to serve and love and really do our best to make our spouse happy. That's why I'm always also, reminding myself, my main purpose is to make my spouse happy, to make my wife happy. So if my wife is not happy, I'm not fulfilling my mission, I'm not fulfilling my responsibility, right? So we really need to make our spouse, our wife, our husband happy. So the truth for them is us, a husband. The truth for the husband, Father said, is the wife of true love. So the same is true all relationships. So everything begins in the family. So all relationships bear fruit in the family. That's how important the family is. This is the starting point. This is the base of peace. So when there's peace in the family, naturally, it will it will just expand. Then there will be peace in the nation. There will be peace in the world. Aju? So for Heavenly Parent, also Father saying here, what is the truth for God? It is Adam and Eve united in true love. Then all is completed. So when husband and wife, right, if only Adam and Eve completed, united in true love, then that is, the truth for Heavenly Parent. So that's why husband and wife need to become completely one. Then Heavenly Parent can be delighted, right? And then that is the truth for Heavenly Parent. That is Heavenly Parent is waiting for, right? That is the main purpose why He created Adam and Eve, for them to become one, centering on true love. Father said true parents are called to completely change this situation. What was the starting point for true parents? It was true love. In the end, love becomes the critical issue. Any family, tribe, people, nation, or world that advances based on true love is automatically united. History should have followed the one direction of true love. But instead, history has followed a messy, zigzag course. True parents are called to completely change this situation after going through the levels of the individual, family, tribe, and nation. That's why true parents came, right? So first, Jesus came to completely change this situation because of the fall. So the original ideal of Heavenly Parent was not realized, right? His original dream. That's why Jesus needs to come. But again, Jesus couldn't accomplish, so true parents needs to come. So originally, Jesus needs to become true parents as what Adam and Eve should have become, right? And then, but because also of people during the time, 2,000 years ago, so true parents needs to come after 2,000 years after Jesus. And then what is really the main purpose of true parents? It is to really change the situation and be able to complete God's original ideal. So true parents, to do that, they have to go through all levels. They need to start from individual. So father and mother, they have their own course, right? Individually. So we can learn from their autobiography how much they have, being prepared well, in their individual course, how much they were, protected. Our true mother, we can read from true mother's autobiography, how much, from her young age that she learned that, she is really God's daughter, and really how much, Demonim protected her, and together with her grandmother. And then going through this course, not easy, right? We can learn from their life story, our true father and true mother. So they have gone through from the individual, and then also when they started family, how much, difficult their course, our true parents, to completely change the situation in the individual, family, and then in the tribal level, and then in the national level. True parents have gone through unimaginable challenges and difficulties in order to complete and change the situation this time, right? So because of true parents, now we could see now the great advancement in the providence. The world is changing. Of course, still many people cannot see, but actually it's very clear. The foundations through parents' sacrifices. Now we can see now the world is coming together as one. Aju. So now it's 4 days from now, we're going to see again an amazing work of true parents, the Rally of Hope. Can you imagine who on earth could be able to really gather these people? Really top level, right? The highest, really, and most influential people in our society, coming from different, sectors. They're coming together. Only true parents could do this, right? So all these efforts is to completely change everything and really realize God's original ideal. So true parents are called for this. Aju. And then true parents also raise us up, tayo rin po, to support true parents so that we can, complete, and really in a shorter period of time, we can really realize God's original ideal. This is why true parents were called. Tayo rin po, why we were called as blessed families. Bakit po tayo tinawag? Why our ancestors also prepared for us. We are called for this mission, right? We are called together with true parents to change this present situation now, that people are unhappy, conflicts are unending, right? So we have to change and really realize a world of lasting peace where all people, all families can live in joy, can live in happiness, and in complete oneness with our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Right, Aju? So everything begins in true love. Sabi ni Father, what was the starting point for true parents? It is true love. Willing to sacrifice for the sake of others. Aju, this is what true parents, this is how true parents have raised us up because of this mission. Aju, as what true parents were called for this. That's why our unity, our oneness with true parents, and our unity together, then it can really bring about, the shortest time to realize Heavenly Parents' original ideal. Aju? So true Father said, for a man and a woman to become perfect, each needs his or her partner. So when the mind and body unite in true love, the mind belongs to the body and the body to the mind. When a man and a woman, each with a united mind and body, become one in true love, they can occupy God. To occupy God, they need to build a bridge. A man cannot build this bridge by himself, and neither can a woman by herself. Rather, a couple must join together in true love. So for a man or a woman to become perfect, each needs his or her partner. So absolutely. If we don't have, an object partner, then we can never grow. Right? We cannot perfect ourselves. That's why absolutely, when we talk about perfection, without our spouse, we can never perfect ourselves. Even how much accomplishment we have accomplished as individual. Kahit ano pang na-accomplish natin, these are all nothing. Right? The only way for us to perfect ourselves, our character, is our spouse. Kaya nga even how much we try as individual, we can never perfect ourselves. Kaya nga, ultimately, our spouse is the one who is going to complete us. Right? So absolutely, we need our spouse. Kaya nga, this time, with all the foundations na nalay, we are preparing. We don't need to, long time to prepare to, to have a spouse, to be blessed and start our family. Because absolutely, we need this time period sa buhay natin with our spouse, right? Then we can really advance. Kaya, we are looking forward for the blessing, right? Yun yung pinaka-importante sa atin. So that is also the time that we can really experience Heavenly Parent in our life. We can really perfect Heavenly Parent. Right? So when a man and a woman, each with a united mind and body, become one in true love, then they can occupy God. So of course, starting point pa rin is unity of mind and body. Kaya nga, our training individually, all these things, how we are working hard to unite our mind and body centering on God. Kaya nga, kanina Kuya was sharing that he was a full-time. Naging full-time siya. At a certain period sa buhay natin. Kasi nga, how to unite our mind and body? If we are just, nasa bahay lang tayo. And then sometimes, our young people now, if they cannot really, follow their parents, then how can they unite their mind and body? And then when they meet their spouse, if a person cannot, somehow reach certain level of unity of mind and body, tapos mag-aasawa. Can you imagine that this unity will be, lalaki yung disunity in the family? It creates now the problem in the family. Kaya nga, certain period, even our second generation, they have to go through, right? So everybody needs to go through. So, and then ultimately later with our spouse. And then they will be the ones to help us more to advance and then be able to really, advance to perfection, perfect ourselves, our character. So Father is saying to occupy God, they need to build a bridge. A man cannot build this bridge by himself, and neither can a woman by herself. So individually, we cannot really develop our relationship with Heavenly Parent. We need a bridge, sabi ni Father, because we are fallen human beings. So we cannot directly, as what people are thinking, they can just, kay Heavenly Parent directly. Cannot. So we need a bridge, sabi ni Father. But, only by ourselves, we cannot build a bridge. We need our spouse, we need a partner. So a couple must join together in true love. So for a man or a woman to become perfect, each needs his or her partner. So absolutely, we really need our spouse. So without our spouse, we cannot perfect ourselves. Aju, so once we really become completely one and united, that is the time that we are moving towards perfection. Aju, a man and a woman, a couple. So that's how important it is. So when we talk about world peace, when we talk about kingdom of heaven, we all begins from here, right? So practicing true love, centering on your, spouse, unitedly becoming one with our Heavenly Parent and true parents. So this is the beginning point of Channel Book. This is the beginning point of world peace. Aju, that's why really our blessing, education, our blessing movement through family movement that we are doing. We are educating the PMCs and then educating already the couples in our society, in our community. So only through understanding this and only through transforming families, when families will going to transform. Kaya nga, really inspiring kapag naririnig natin yung mga testimonies ng mga couples natin na na-bless, na nakakumpleto ng 3-day ceremony, that their life was transformed. So we are advancing for world peace. If these things, through these things that are happening, right? So really, only through the family, if there is peace in the family, naturally, peace in the nation and in the world will be realized. So Father said, theoretically, there is no basis on which Satan can approach a family composed of true olive trees. So theoretically, there is no basis on which Satan can approach a family composed of true olive trees. So while Satan can approach family members when they are at the top of the growth stage, he cannot when they are at the top of the completion stage. So completion of one's portion of responsibility leads to unity in true love between the sphere of indirect dominion based on accomplishments through the principle and the sphere of direct dominion. Synergy occurs between the two spheres. And there is nothing Satan can do to separate the two. This marks a new historical point of transition. So this is important, sabi ni Father dito. So sabi niya, theoretically, actually there's no basis for Satan to approach a family composed of true olive trees. So once a family, become perfect, a family of true olive tree, one with the Heavenly Parent and one with the, Messiah, Satan has no way to approach this family. Ibig sabihin kapag really the family is completely one and united, centering on true parents, centering on our Heavenly Parent through, they are connected directly, and then ibig sabihin the blessing, the blood lineage is directly with Heavenly Parent and true parents. Satan has no way to approach that family. That is what Father is saying. But Satan can approach family members when they are at the top of the growth stage. Like, Adam and Eve fell, when they were at the top of the growth stage. That is really very dangerous, right? Na stage. Ganun din yung family. A family who's moving forward to perfection, but if until we are still nasa top of growth stage pa rin tayo, still Satan can approach this family. Satan can, do something, still can influence that family, but he cannot when they are already at the top of the completion stage. Kaya nga, as we are, growing as a family, not only as individual, kaya nga, most important is really our unity together. Husband and wife, yan yung pinaka-importante. Sometimes when pag nagkaroon na ng lamat ang relationship ng husband and wife, that's already the point where Satan can come in and destroy that family. How painful it is for Heavenly Parent to see our blessed families became victims, right, of Satan. That they separated, husband and wife. And then the family was destroyed. Then all the problems goes to the children. Ang mga second generation natin, we lost our second generation. Once that family, nagkaroon na ng problema, unang-una sa husband and wife. Pag nagkaroon sila ng problema, that's why we have to grow together. We have to hold on with each other, especially on the top of the growth stage. Kaya nga, as you start your family, there are many difficulties. Lalo na pag nagkaroon na kayo ng mga anak, there are many difficulties. But you have to, the more you have to strengthen each other, the more you have to, that is the time, you are going up to the top of the growth stage. And then, once you couldn't break through that, Satan will come in and really destroy our families. But once we surpass certain level, then if we are moving to the completion already, Satan anymore has no way. That's why, again, we can experience that. That's why, as we start family, we can see. Of course, I'm still young. We are just, 11 years. But already, of course, somehow, we have already children also growing up. But still, a lot of things need to break through and overcome. But, for some, we have already elder, blessed families na already, they have, a lot of experiences. They have overcame already everything. So we can see now mga elder couples natin, how much they're united. How much beautiful their families are, right? But, nakikita natin sila ngayon na ganyan. But you cannot imagine also the difficulties that they have gone through, the challenges. But really, because also of their experiences, before starting family, this helps them. This is the reality why true parents push us to prepare well, right? Kasi it's not, dahil na na-bless na tayo, dati iniisip natin, I need to receive the blessing. Actually, it will never stop there. Sa receiving ng blessing is umpisa lang yon. That's just the beginning point that, our blood lineage will be to true parents, directly to heavenly parents. But that is not the end point. Some people, after they receive the blessing, parang okay na sila. When I was young, yun nga yung observed ko rin eh. When people started their family, they live on their own. Sabi ko, iniisip ko, yun lang ba yung life of faith natin? That's why also I determined from that time, once I will be blessed, I will need to work harder. Kasi nga, God gave me the blessing. How can I just live on my own? Otherwise, Father said, you are a thief. Ibig sabihin, magnanakaw ka raw if you just, you are working now because you want the blessing, and then after you receive the blessing, you run away. You live on your own, comfortably. Then you are a thief, sabi ni Father. Then I determined that time when I was young. How much really I prayed. I really prepared also myself. I'm a sinful person. I need to receive the blessing. I need to be much. I need to receive the blessing. And then I promised to Heavenly Parent, once I received the blessing, that's why from that time, I never, continuously with my family. We never decide on our own. Our leader decide whatever mission we need to do. I put that in my mind, in my heart, no matter what, because this is my only way to return back to Heavenly Parent. There's no other way for me. Blessing is, blessing is priceless. There's no other way for me to pay back. The only way I can pay back this amazing grace and blessing I received to Heavenly Parent is to work hard also. Whatever Heavenly Parent wants me to do, this is my determination. That's why once I will be blessed, I told Heavenly Parent, I will work hard, my entire family. I will not, live on my own. I let Heavenly Parent decide, right? Whatever Heavenly Parent wants me to do. Aju? That's why this is really, really important. So, our families, that's why after the blessing, that is not all. That is just the beginning, right? So, as we continue our mission, and then the more actually we need Heavenly Parent, the more we need true parents. When we are already become, husband and wife, and then with our children, we cannot just do on our own. The more we need Heavenly Parent, the more we need true parents. Satan is always waiting, to find even a small hole to come in and destroy blessed families. How, happy Satan is to see destroying blessed families, right? But for Heavenly Parent, how painful it is. That's why we, blessed central families, how precious we are. That's why we have to really know and understand how Satan works, right? And then we have to be very careful so that Satan cannot destroy our families. It is so painful for Heavenly Parent. The more yon kesa yung hindi pa blessed, na, they commit something, of course, it's painful kay Heavenly Parent. But the more when a blessed family is being destroyed, husband and wife separated, then the children are, they lost their way. This is the most painful to Heavenly Parent. So that's why as we are growing, we have to always remind ourselves, Satan is always on the lookout. Lagi ang naghahanap ng way to destroy our families. Kaya nga while we are in the growth stage, sabi ni Father, Satan can come anytime. But when we are already surpassed that level, and then we are moving towards completion, then Satan has no way anymore. Aju? The completion of one's portion of responsibility leads to unity in true love between the sphere of indirect dominion based on accomplishments through the principle and the sphere of direct dominion. So really very important. So synergy occurs between the two spheres, and there is nothing Satan can do to separate the two. This marks a new historical point of transition. So Father said, families who perfect this are destined to go to heaven. So the institution in which the three great kingships are found together is the family. A family is a fortress or a palace that holds the past, present, and future worlds. So in the family, the grandparents representing the past should be attended like God, with the absolute respect accorded a great king and queen. So the parents are in the position of Adam. They are the present king and queen of the family and its center. So the children are the kings and queens of days to come. They inherit the kingdom of the fixture. So this is the concept of a royal family based on true love. So families who perfect this are destined to go to heaven. This is no other way. Perfection takes place in this way. So perfection takes place only in this way. So we're removing fallen natures, all these things that we have learned a few days ago, and then also, through practice, eliminating our fallen natures. So where it is can substantially happen, it's in the family. So this is where, sabi ni Father, the three kingships found together is in the family. The grandparents is standing in the position of, the great king and queen of the past, right? And then the parents, they're standing in the position of king and queen of present. And then the grandchildren, they're standing in the position of the future kings and queens. So this is like the concept of royal family, right? So royal family of true love. So families perfected in this way, sabi ni Father, they are destined to go to heaven. So our families, so we have to perfect our family based on this ideal. We are all royal family. So if our family, centering on true love, nurture this kind of really ideal family, we are all destined to go to the kingdom of heaven. So Father said there's no other way. Perfection takes place in this way. So perfection that, the first blessing that was given to us, we have to really perfect ourselves, our character. right? But it will not just happen as individual. It will be completed and happen in the family. Aju, and then the entire family can go to the kingdom of heaven. So this is our destiny, right? This is our destiny. So really, royal family, we are royal family. This peace and ideal all begins in the family. Aju, that's why how beautiful to see wonderful ideal families. There's no other in this world. That's why really I feel very soon, all people will going to recognize the work of our true parents, centering on this ideal, centering on the families. We are spread, everywhere in the world. In all nations, we have blessed families, almost, right? So later on, really people can see this amazing ideal. Now, ang sinisigaw ng mga tao, divorce, even in our country now. Can you imagine? Really, Satan wants to destroy the family. Communism, ang pinaka-pan nila, manifesto nila, to abolish family. This is Satan's work. But now, because of true parents, increasing now, blessed and ideal families now are increasing. It will just, we are just waiting for time. Everything will really turn upside down. Aju, really God's original ideal will be realized. Aju, it depends on us when it will going to happen. That's why tayo po, our families, and then as we multiply with our tribe, as we educate them to become also like us, right? Then kingdom of heaven surely will be realized. Aju, truly, when I try to imagine, truly amazing. God's original ideal, well, when it happens, then you imagine all people are living in joy, in happiness. Aju, wow, truly amazing when we try to imagine. That's why we have to always keep this in our mind, in our heart, this original ideal of heavenly parent. Then whatever difficulties in our own families, we can overcome. Right? We can break through any situations. So that's why Father said their perfection would have been the perfection of God's ideal of love. So the purpose of creation was for Adam and Eve to follow the commandment of God, the honor of true love, and become perfected true beings. Afterward, Adam and Eve were meant to become a true couple united in God's true love. This perfection of Adam and Eve based on true love would have been the fulfillment of God's wish that they become His extension on earth. Furthermore, their perfection as a true couple would have meant the perfection of God's absolute ideal love. So really, God's perfection also actually depends on the perfection of Adam and Eve. God's absolute ideal of love can only be perfected once Adam and Eve was perfected. Kaya nga, even God Himself, His perfection depends on us. So we have to really understand not only our perfection we are thinking about, even Heavenly Parent, right? Even Heavenly Parent, really our relationship, give and take, and then this is the center of the universe, our relationship as parent and child. Without us, also Heavenly Parent cannot be perfected. Without Heavenly Parent, also us. So we also in the family, without husband, wife cannot be perfected. Wife cannot be perfected without husband. Parents also with children, right? So this world is, centering on relationships. This is what was broken, what was broken. This is what Satan has targeted. This relationship, he cut off this relationship of human beings with Heavenly Parent, and then Adam and Eve, right? So that's why we are working, even for God's perfection is the perfection of the family, the perfection of the couple. So when really our families are really united, husband and wife are perfected, parents and children, then naturally it will just expand. Aju? So that's why the original purpose of creation, sabi ni Father, was for Adam and Eve to follow the commandment of God and the honor of true love and become perfected and become true beings. This is the original purpose of creation. That's why really pinaka-importante ang tinuturo natin. The divine principle begins with the purpose of creation. Importante, human beings needs to understand what is their original purpose. Hindi lamang yung chapter 2 ang tinuturo natin, yung pagkakasala ni Adam and Eve, but first and foremost, what is the original purpose of human beings? Adam and Eve are meant to perfect themselves, centering on true love, right? And really become true beings. Aju? So that's why to solve all these problems, husband and wife, family needs to become completely one, become united. Kaya nga tayo po, naturally, kapag maayos ang ating family, centering on Heavenly Parent, really fulfilling our original purpose, then it will just naturally expand. Aju, in our own sa pamilya natin, tayo, di ba, mga members sa family natin, dati, ang experience ng mga elders natin, they were, chased out ng mga magulang nila, but, after they have their own families and then they go back. Actually, tayo naging center in each families natin. Yung mga member, pag ang pamilya mo member ng movement natin, you become the center kasi tayo lang yung somehow nakikita nila na, ideal. Of course, hindi pa tayo perfect, but comparing to other families sa ating sari-sariling pamilya, the way we are, hindi tayo nagiinom, di ba? Hindi tayo naninigarilyo. Can you imagine? This kind, hindi nang bababae, hindi nang lalaki. So, somehow they could see, tayo talaga yung kakaiba na family. So, tayo yung naging center sa ating families. Kaya tayo talaga yung magsisave sa ating families. And then, they will naturally recognize that. Naturally, they will going to recognize because of the way we live our life. Right? Completely different from other families. Aju, really, this will going to complete even our Heavenly Parent. So, Kingdom of Heaven can be realized through this, the completion of husband and wife, the completion of the family. Aju, that's why perfection, eliminating all these things that we have. Kaya nga tayo kapag marami tayong fallen nature, our wife, our spouse, our husband will help us eliminate all these things. Kung hindi ka ba naman magbago, pag hindi ka magbago, anong mangyari? Your family will be break. That's the reality. Kaya as you live together, habang tumatagal, you are united with your spouse, then you are moving towards perfection. Aju? Aju. That's why even how much we try when we are single, we can never perfect ourselves. Kahit ano pang na-accomplish natin. Right? Absolutely, we need an object partner. Of course, many relationships, but all begins in the family. Aju? Aju. So this is really the only way, sabi ni Father, there's no other way. That's why true parents, really amazing. This kind of teaching. This is truly the road to the kingdom of heaven. There's no other way. Aju, that's why we are teaching continuously. Truly amazing, our true parents. So let's really work harder, right? Really, strengthen more our family. Let's really work hard to be perfect our families. And then really, naturally, we will be a model in our society, in our community. And then, as we continue, then really, we are advancing towards the realization of kingdom of heaven on earth. And truly also bringing completion to Heavenly Parent, right? And to true parents' original ideal and desire. Aju? So let's really, march forward continuously, and really in our families, our spouse, let's really, especially yung spouse natin, we have to treat them as God, right? We have to serve them, we have to love them. Why we are living, our purpose is to love our spouse. We are not living not for ourselves, right? So as parents, we are living for our children. Right? So with this kind of concept, kahit saan po tayo pumunta with this kind of concept, we will always apply the principle of true love, living for others, if we develop and practice this substantially in our own families. Aju, so everything begins from here. Kingdom of heaven begins here. So let's do our best. Aju, let's make our families really ideal and really make the kingdom of heaven in our family. And then in just time, really kingdom of heaven in our nation, in the world will surely be realized. Aju, so let's really appreciate and offer again our gratitude to our heavenly parents and true parents for this guidance. Thank you once again, beloved brothers and sisters. Please always be safe and healthy, and may heavenly parents have and blessings be always upon you and your families. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kuya, our national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Tihalog, for sharing the internal guidance, becoming perfect through love, a real manifestation that the family is a fortress or palace that holds the past, the present, and future worlds. Now, to share their reflections, let's now hear a brother and sister here in Region 2. Let's have first Brother Loreto Portabes for his reflection. May we have Brother Roy Portabes for the reflection. Okay, while waiting for Brother Roy, let's have first Sister Emiros Ancheta for the reflection.
Good morning po. Good morning po.
Good
Good
morning.
morning po.
Go ahead
Good
po.
morning, Sir Sor.
Morning po. Go ahead, Ate Amy.
Naririnig po ba ako?
Opo, loud and clear po.
Loud and clear. Okay. So, the title of, first of all, I would like to greet all of you. Good morning. And I would like to thank our national leader for giving us this guidance for this morning. And as a reflection to our topic for this morning, becoming perfect to true love. So as we all know, everything in the universe was created from true love by God. So God created the universe through love. So becoming perfect also is through the perfection of love. That's why God created Adam and Eve in order for this love to become perfect and as a starting point to build a family from Adam and Eve. But since it was not realized, and because of that, Jesus came, and also Jesus did not realize it. And now our two parents came for this mission to perfect the true love that God wants to achieve. So we're very thankful for our two parents that they can show us the way how to become perfect through perfecting our love in our family. But it will also starts in perfecting our love between husband and wife, which is the starting point of forming a family. So applying all these principles, our two parents have taught us to become perfect by perfecting our love in our family. It's not so easy because there are so many trials, struggles that you will encounter in order to achieve this kind of perfection. Like for example, in husband and wife, love between husband and wife, our goal is to perfect, to become perfect through love. So, like for example, in husband and wife, in achieving that goal of perfecting our love between husband and wife is not so easy because there you can face so many struggles, trials, but even though it's not that easy, but still we can learn how to overcome it because our true parents is guiding us. So very thankful for our true parents. And also by the love between parents and children is not so easy also because sometimes children and parents fight each other like husband and wife. So there are many circumstances in our life that uh, hindered us to achieve this kind of goal, perfection of love in our family. And also in our brothers and sisters, we have misunderstanding that creates that destroys our love to each other. So it's not easy, but that's the way. There's no other way to become perfect but to undergo to the perfection of love in our family, because that's the only way. So even if it's not easy and it's very hard, but we keep on doing it. Ang sabi nga nila, ang pusong nagmamahal ay hindi napapagod. But sometimes napapagod tayo physically, but our heart is not, ang puso natin ay hindi napapagod. So we keep on trying to love each other, especially our husband, our children. We keep on trying because we know that that is the only way in order to become perfect, and that's God wants us to do, and that's what our true parents want us to do, is to love each other, love our husband, and love our wife, love our parents, love our children, in order to become perfect. So thank you so much. That's my reflection. Thank you for listening, and good morning.
Thank you so much, Sister Amy Rose Ancheta, for that reflections. Now, brothers and sisters, let's also listen to another reflection coming from Brother Loreto Portales. Brother Roy?
Muna pa sandali lang. Oh, ayan na, oh. Nag-green na, oh. Ayan na. Hello, Sir Romel. Good morning. Can you hear me, sir?
Ito dito, dito. Mag-type ka, sabihin mo kung anong concern.
Go ahead, Brother Roy.
Okay na. Okay. So, good morning to our national leader of HPHC-FFWPU Philippines, Dr. Reverend Jaime Overgara, and to all our brothers and sisters who will join this virtual Zoom meeting. So, today, my reflection goes this way. So, our topic this morning is about enduring a relationship through true love. So, do you know that one of the greatest commandment of God is we should love each other? Though loving each other is not an easy task, it's not an easy, but because of our true parents, because of our true father, Reverend San Myang taught us that true love is we need to live for the sake of others. So this topic is very much important for us because we are endured relationship, not just only with our self, endured relationship with our families, our neighbors, and our endured relationship to our friends. So in this manner, so true love is a very important thing in this world, because without this, we cannot do things. True love is one of the most important aspect in our life, because we can do everything because of this love. So especially that true father taught us that in this family we need to perfect this love. So in the family, we need to perfect the four great realms of heart. That's why true father taught us that we need to perfect our family, because if we perfect the love of this family, we can easily uh, expand this to the society, the nation, and finally, we can be able to have love to this world. So, in myself, so building a family is not an easy task. We have so much struggles, hardships, and difficulties. But because of true father, because of true parents taught us about love, because true father taught us on how to build an ideal family, so we can easily uh, convert this example selfish love to true love. So, brothers and sisters, so we need to follow the footsteps of our true father, because if we have true love in ourselves, if we have true love within our heart, within our uh, self, brothers and sisters, we can easily restore this world, because what we are going to need in this world is true love. So without love in our heart, we can accomplish nothing. Because if you love some things, you can easily do it. So according to true father, so in the Bible, in Colossians chapter 13 verse 1, so true love is patient. So brothers and sisters, we need to have this. So that's why in ourselves, so the first thing that we are going to do is we need to love our family and our children. That is the best thing that we are going to do, and then we can do it in our society and in the greater purpose. So thank you so much, brothers and sisters, and that's all. And thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Brother Loreto Roy Portabes. And thank you also to Sister Amy Ancheta for that very inspiring reflections. Brothers and sisters, meron pa po bang gusto mong bigay ng kanilang reflections? Wants to give their reflections? Okay, kung wala na po, thank you so much, brothers and sisters. Now, let's have the closing prayer to be led by the Region 2 leader, our brother, Don Texter Truya.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Okay. Please join me in prayer. Our dearest, loving, holy parents of heaven and earth and humankind, we are so deeply grateful, loving, holy parents, for again giving us this chance and opportunity to be able to clarify things regarding loving holy parents, the most important vocation of our life, to claim our inheritance, to be able, Heavenly Father, to realize what is most important of you, and that is to realize your ideals of true love, that is for your children, loving holy parents. And loving holy parents, we know that in our generations, we have started from the ashes of the fall, loving holy parents, and things were not the same. Things are not the same, lovely parents, now from the time that you have created Adam and Eve with the conducive and very beautiful environment or surroundings that would allow them, Father, to exercise fully their freedom to inherit your thoughts, your goodness, your beauty, and most importantly, your ideals of love, loving the parents. But now we have to really take upon our shoulders, lovely parents, the all the grudges that owing from the fall of Adam and Eve, lovingly parents, and all those resentments. And we are very grateful indeed that our true parents have led us, lovingly parents, the way, lovingly parents, to restore all these things, and giving us a great hope, lovingly parents, to again claim our destiny as your sons and daughters who would inherit and establish your most important ideals, the ideals of true love, which is to build our own family and be able, Father, to realize all the designs, the purpose of your creation, lovingly parents. And we know that most importantly, in principle of restoration, Eve plays a very important role, lovingly parents. The ilaw ng tahanan, or light of our home, lovingly parents, because she is the one who really entertained, or let this the fall happened in our first family, and Eve plays also the key role in restoring our family, the institution of love. That's why, lovely parents, even in the blessing, Eve, lovingly parents, really plays a key role, lovingly parents, as the one who will restore Adam. And out of restoring Adam, then lovingly parents, that is the hope that the institution of love can be realized or established. And we know that every blessed families, once and for all, lovingly parents, they are going to hit, lovingly parents, the top of the growth stage. And who has the most difficult challenge of all? It's Eve, lovingly parents. Eve will be challenged, lovingly parents, just like that of the original Eve in the Garden of Eden, that she will be, lovingly parents, from the verge of life and death. And that's how much challenging the course that she has to go through. And she has to really keep in herself the loyalty, and also the loyalty to her husband, or husband, spouse to be, lovely parents, Adam, and also the courage to overcome death, lovingly parents, despite of especially things or temptations relating to materialism, or to self-centeredness, or false love, lovingly parents. And with that, if she can overcome it, then truly that's the promise, lovingly parents, that we can again build an ideal family and be able, Father, to propagate, Father, the rest of the realization of your designs or ideals here in our paradise or in our world. Lovingly parents, once again, please bless our leaders and our heavenly tribal messiahs and chunbos of blessed families, lovingly parents, with the thoughts and also the guidance and the love that we all need, in particular all the Eves, lovingly parents, representing our respective families and tribes, that we can really take upon our shoulders these historical providential responsibilities to build the ideals of true love of God, our ideal families or blessed families. Once again, thank you so much, lovingly parents, and with all the blessed central families and chunbos and heavenly tribal messiahs, with love and gratitude, lovingly parents, we would like to report all these things to you. Aju, aju.
Thank you so much, Kuya Don Texter Truya, our FFWPU Region 2 leader. Finally, brothers and sisters, let's have our unison prayer. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters. From Region 2 family, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us in our morning devotions. Stay safe. Morning po.
Okay po. Okay, thank you po.
Ay, maraming
Good
salamat
morning
po.
po. Maraming salamat.
Good morning, and
Good
safe
morning.
everyone.
Glory
Maraming salamat.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the wonderful message.
Palmas family,
Stay safe.
Anod family,
Thank you so much po.
Morning.
wish you all